All right, welcome to a little bit more of Flight Sim. I am with the Monkey Show. I'm going to turn their Discord on in just a minute, and we'll probably then be here in BP's flight intro. I am in the what is this Ultra Super Cub, and we're flying out of Melilla, where we landed last week. So I'll just bring the guys in now, and then we'll be all set and live there. So no,
now you can do it.
no, I was just bringing my stream in, so whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, but people talked to you before. He was muted.
He said don't sit there too long, it'll blow up.
Your EGT, watch, just flick your switch over to EGT, make sure it doesn't climb above about 400, because these things are obviously not designed to sit still on the ground for very long. In fact, I'm going to shut mine off while I'm
Mine's at 344 right now, yeah.
Are we still going to the original destination, or is there a change?
No, we're going from Melilla to Oran.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Where's the starter switch on this thing, anyways?
Wait.
It's the little round one to the right of your RPM.
Right, I'm actually recording this time, so I'll actually get the flight recording to say like to land in the plane and then remember to start recording.
This thing starts like a dream. Little shot of primer and push the button, make sure everything's on. Off you go. I won't need to prime it now because I shut it off, but because it's been running, but. And you shut it off like you shut any other prop plane off. Just pull the mixture all the way out.
Right. No, I know that. I was just trying to.
How you said that? How you said or there was like you said it's Swedish town in Sweden, but what?
I don't know how you pronounce it. All right, I guess I'll start my stream. You come. You guys all about ready to go?
Hopefully.
Hopefully my scenery doesn't go.
I'm already recording, so.
It's already gone insane. I can see it, so I can't make sure. I might have to take off right from here. I may not even make it to the runway because I'm not having a repeat of last week. Of course, OBS.
Towards the destination, so I'm just taking off from here.
We're going from Milan, isn't it?
From Melilla to Oran, yes.
All right.
GEML.
As you do your intro, I'm going to taxi down to 33, so that I don't overheat.
Is that the one that we're taking off on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Active runway.
Well, you're taking off there. I'm taking off here. I'm aiming towards the destination right now.
And we're going.
Stu, I don't doubt that.
Who went live?
Yes, and don't forget, I have Moondog credits on Twitch now.
Oh crap! You know what's helpful? Chat. Damn it.
What?
Yeah, you can earn Moondog credits on Twitch. I was gonna bring that up a little bit later, but you might as well start now.
They're actually worth something now.
Yeah.
And I want clear weather, don't I? For
yeah, make sure it's set to fair weather for active sky. Active sky will interject its own weather.
Fair weather or clear weather.
I put
whatever the top one is.
Right. So weather teams and that. Okay.
So if I in the chat your stream, it's gonna.
If you're just watching it, you'll gain points if you want to check for points. Well, I'll go over all that here in a minute. It's the same as BP's.
What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome to the Monkey Show Global Extravaganza, where we're flying small planes around the world to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House Children's Charities, a great charity that provides transport and lodging and services to families of kids who have to be in the hospital for a long time far from home. We are, I don't know what week this is now. This is going to be never ending because it takes a long time to fly around the world in small planes. Originally it was Cessnas, and then we started to change planes. As you can see, if you watched last week, I am in a different plane this week. This is the flight replica Super Cub Ultra. This is a fantastic plane. As you guys know, I'm really getting into bush flying, just flying in and out of places that aren't really places at all. And I just been hunting the internet for cool planes, and I got this one, and this one is fantastic. This is a proper super stall playground plane. You know, it's got the slats on the front. It's got the extended ailerons. It's got flaperons. It's got big old Alaskan 35-inch Tundra tires on it and an Alaskan Outfitters Super Shock system on it. This thing is fantastic. Again, it's not fast. It's 180 horsepower Lycoming engine in it. Tops out about 100 miles an hour, so I can't keep up with the Cessnas, but I don't care. That's not why I do it. I'm just going to be flying, you know, we're going to be flying from Melilla here, where we landed last week, to Oran International Airport. Now, I don't know how they're going to feel about me landing an experimental Super Cub in an international airport. Probably not going to land on the runway, probably going to find some grass or something to land on, because these big Tundra tires don't like asphalt. But before we get too far, I want to make sure everybody, I remind everybody of what we're actually doing. Remember, guys, we are raising money for the Ronald McDonald House Children's Charities, and the link is down there on my Twitch page, and all the donations go directly to them. And we've raised $200 so far, and I want to thank everybody for that. Pretty good. If we could get to the 1,000 mark that I set before this ends, that would be fantastic. If we don't, well, I'm going to kick in whatever the difference is. So we're going to get to $1,000 one way or the other. But all the donations, you know, you guys are amazing. Ronald McDonald House, the people that I deal with over there have been just fantastic, and they've been so appreciative of it. I want to make sure I let you guys know that. We are joined today by pretty much the whole Monkey Show crew today, the Flies. We're joined by Mr. Moondog, who's also in one of these Super Cubs.
Yep.
We're joined by Stu B in a Cessna 182 Skylake, Cavalier Roy in a 182 Cessna Skylake, and Farmer Dad, who is flying, I'm not sure what, actually.
Should be in a 152, hopefully.
Okay. You're gonna fly you're gonna fly the Skycatcher, yeah?
You're in Midwinter's BP.
Cool. What'd you say?
You're in Midwinter's according to Twitch.
Oh, I forgot to change my Twitch name. Whoops.
Right, am I on the same servers? Can you see me?
Okay, let me go fix that right now, actually.
Let's see here. Air traffic, I've got Stu, BP, and must be Roy, who's parked right behind me.
Yeah, it was right back.
Because I was sitting here getting everything else ready, and I forgot to change the Twitch title, so let's go do that right now.
I'm on a runway where I wasn't supposed to. There's none of you on the actual runway yet, is there?
No, I'm not on the runway. I'm sitting at the GA spot, parked up.
Sorry.
Come on, I know I know, computer. I'm asking you to do a whole lot right.
GPS is telling me I'm in the right place.
No big
Right,
BP.
but I don't know, am I on the same? Or hang on, my network isn't active, right? Activate network. Go.
And my computer's been on for 2 straight days because I've been running some tests on it. So,
Apparently I can't record or stream again on this.
Why can't? Are you having issues with that? All right.
Yep.
What's up, Roy?
Hey, there is Armor Suit. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Other games it works on, but this one it seems like, nope.
What are you using?
Shadow play.
Yeah, you have to record the desktop on Windows mode, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I've already got that active, but...
Like, for some reason, I now can't join.
Oh, is it going to be that day today? Yeah.
So to join it, right, I've opened up the hubs, clicked on Eastern Hops, and then clicked join, yes?
Yes.
And that's doing nothing for me. Eastern Hops telling me there's 4 people on it.
Well, when you're, let's see here. Let me
join. Okay. And my network isn't going. My network is red. Oh, hang on. Maybe press that button. Maybe is it the join on the little FS panel I need to press?
Yeah, you might have to. Cycle it. The simulator and the network buttons off, and then back on. If that doesn't do it, it doesn't take much. Just shut it off and restart it. Had that a couple of times.
Hey, sexy, how you doing? Welcome. I got your message, but I've been so busy. My computer's been acting up, so I've been running some tests and stuff trying to fix it.
Nice.
How's it going? Jump into Discord there, Grant. You can.
No, I'm in the elite. Why is cycling?
Sometimes when you click off of it, I've had it where it will like turn off the network. Make sure it sort of.
I have somebody just spawned in front of me there. So does that mean okay? There, I'm on Eastern Hops now. Somebody's on the runway.
Yeah, that's Moondog.
Okay, you're just ahead of Moondog, right?
Yeah, no, the one up behind you.
Right, I'm not streaming today. Just about got this up and running.
Of course you can, Grant.
So if I can remember how to fly.
It's going to be interesting. Today's going to be interesting. I can see that already.
Right,
all right. Well, I'm going to start my plane anyway.
Are we close enough we can take off without overheating?
And I have... Is that you behind me, Stu?
Yep,
no,
I'm on
the... Ryan,
yep.
I'm
in parking and I'm just going to take off from here, Davis.
Because I had set it to be in parking 15 and it put me out here.
I'm waiting to see this cheeky question is.
Okay, everything's on. So 33 Moondog, where's it? I don't know where that is. Assuming I can make it and not drop off the face of the earth because my scenery's still screwed up.
All right. Well, then I will wait for you because you come down the runway to
I don't know what the problem is, but...
He wants you to share his new Farm Sim channel, BP.
Oh, of course you can. Of course, you don't... Dude, why would you even ask? Of course I will.
Alright, accelerator's not going to do much in this plane.
No.
Where are you going, Doug? Yep, don't be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and this isn't a tail dragger, so I can give it full throttle without it nose on the
Sure.
So,
tracking behind BP, yeah. He's on the way down.
I'm driving across the lake that suddenly appeared in the middle of my airport. I don't know what's... I went to my Steam library and I fixed everything. I don't know what the problem is. It's just being stupid.
Stu's sitting here. He's just going to, cross-country flight.
So 33 is this end?
Yeah, to your left and then flip around, yeah.
I got it, yeah. I can read a compass. I just had to look up at it.
Are we flying across... GPS is saying straight across the water, or are we flying over the land?
You guys can do that. I would assume me and Moondog are going to be kind of pond skipping, going around the coast.
Wherever the winds take us.
Okay, that's how to say.
Well, why don't you just call it, hey, everybody, Grant's playing Farm Sim again, and you'll get 1 billion subscribers. Do you know people still ask me every day, hey, when are you and Grant going to play Farm Sim again? Well, I don't know. At least I can answer now. Very soon, everybody. We'll have to find some little tiny map. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send you a link to some mods there, Grant, because we got some little tiny Massey Fergusons that would be absolutely fantastic for me and you on some little tiny map somewhere.
Like Newbie Farm?
No, Newbie Farm's too big for those Masseys, unfortunately. And now that I've sort of...
That little baler then as well as it to go with it.
Yeah, the little Lely, square baler. And the horses, or the whatever they are, mules or ponies or whatever the hell they are. So the thing with a tail dragger is I can't oil seed, right?
We'll have to get some oil. Sorry, I just have to allow his comment there because it was probably called vape, isn't it, or something?
Yeah. Because I obviously have words blocked, but Grant's allowed to say whatever he wants.
Are you going?
That's fine. I'll just allow it for him.
I'm gonna take off here. This thing's getting hot, so.
Wow! Look, we have all the different planes that we fly today, and David just disappeared.
Yep.
There he is. He's back.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't need any runway on this thing.
No, God, no. You could tail stand this and just.
If I can remember how to take off.
Pop the flaps and it'll take off. But if you do use flaps, it'll take itself off. You don't have to pull back on the stick.
Right, so we're taking off. Okay.
Yep. Adjusting trim.
Okay, no. Don't drive in the water. Don't drive in the water.
Okay.
I know it's not real water, but.
No, there's something on the top of me.
Oh, is that you taking off a different direction than everyone else, Stu?
Yep.
Stu doesn't worry about winds and things like that. You know that. All right. Let me get lined up here.
Adjusting trim. I'm all over the place, but I'm steady now.
Oh, this doesn't like the trim either. Oh, like any other Super Cub.
Yeah.
The slats really make it hard to trim it.
I have to try and remember what buttons do what.
Yeah, no worries, Grant. Yeah, get some videos done, my friend. That way you can steal all my subscribers. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody, Grant's back. He's making farm sim videos. Make sure you go check him out. I'll be putting his link everywhere. You guys will definitely see it. So, all right. One notch of flaps, that should be enough. Oh, some lights maybe.
There goes Stu.
Nav lights. Tail up. Firewall it. And let her take off. And off we go. Didn't even have to touch the controls whatsoever. Excellent. All right, cool. Of course, we're gonna get that weird bump when we go over ground, but all right. And we're in the air. Yay! Climb up a little bit so I can see what's going on. And
I'm just sitting at about 1,000. There's no point when I'm over the ocean.
So we're headed in this direction.
yeah, I'm gonna follow the coast, Linda. I'm not gonna go over the ocean, just in case I see anything cool to land on. I like the way the GPS sits in this plane. It's cool.
It's in the right spot.
Yeah, that's why I bought the Ultra. I could have got the other one, but this one had the panel layout I liked. Probably ought to think about coming off this throttle a little bit, though. My EGT is, 1,500.
Is that 1,100 or 1,700? Gosh,
no, I think it's probably 1,100. Mine was just at 1,170-ish. I think I'll fly right over this big sandbar right here. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing good today. I had a good day off yesterday. I had a complete day off. I didn't even talk to these guys yesterday. I fully took the day off from gaming, from everything. I played a little bit of Euro Truck last night in the middle of the night because I just felt like it. But that was pretty much all I did yesterday. So, oh no, that's not true. I did a VA flight with the new BN2 Islander that I got. It's part of our classic fleet because British Airways doesn't fly out to Barra anymore, which is unfortunate because Barra is a great place to land. It's not so good in FSX. There's a very old payware scenery that's kicking around that I'm going to try to find, because landing on the beach is a lot of fun with one of those planes, but you don't really get the effect of it in FSX that you would with a good scenery. So I could have flown that today. That plane's pretty slow. That plane only goes about 130 knots. So for what it is, it's kind of slow. So if we fly this one and we do the next one, that gets us to the end of our pre-planned route. And then we have to sit down and figure out where we're going. I know we want to go, we're trying to stay to the very northern tip of Africa, and then into across into Greece, and then into Turkey, and then sort of east from there.
That's the hypothetical plan.
Yeah, we'll sit down and figure it out. Now, if we've got to do any extended ocean flying, or if I need to, if we need to tweak the flight plan or whatever, I'd rather tweak the plane now that we all have enough planes to be able to pick one to do, as opposed to tweaking the flight plan itself. I'm only flying these bush planes because I can right now, but if I have to jump into Cessna, I will. That's no issue. I don't mind. I mean, you have all these planes, you might as well fly them. Boy, this is pretty down here.
This is the perfect spot for your fishing boat to slip through and go out to sea there.
Yeah.
Okay, so BP, you have moonshine credits, right?
Monkey shine.
Monkey shine. Why am I going moonshine? Okay, monkey shine points. I've got moondog credit.
Moonshine, no, that's something different.
Yeah, I know. I've got the Moondog credit. We've got the Moondog credits going on. You can find out on both channels how many points you have by exclamation points. Commands are also available to give you all that, and there are games available on both stations.
Just in case flying is not, is boring, and you want to watch.
Right.
You want to play, bingo, or you want to play, you want to duel people or whatever. Hey, Buck, how you doing? Welcome. How's it going? Welcome to the Monkey Show Global Extravaganza. Still flying around the world. Hey, you know what? We've made it all the way from Scotland to Africa. I think we're doing okay.
Yeah, with
not doing too
no
bad
crashing.
At all. Well, that's not true at all.
No pilots lost at sea.
No, nobody's died. So.
I don't know. What was that mountain? Sorry.
No, that's all right. You go ahead. I'm just responding to chat. No worries.
Oh, right. Oh. Just realised somebody talking in your chat. I've just popped out the chats from both you and Moondog.
It's weird to see the old MSGE1 up there in the air again. I haven't seen that in a while.
I haven't flown since last time I played this game. I was crashing into the ocean with the beach bear.
Moondog, you're a little ahead of me. If you see anything cool over there, let me know, huh?
Well, I'm just flying along the sandbars right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
I've decided to get down to what, about 300 feet, because you can't really precisely set your altimeter on this. You get it really close. So
yeah, you get it close.
I do like that. So now you are definitely hand flying, and it's nice that I have hat track on, so I can look and go, yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah, that's what I've got to get one. I've got to get a head tracker, because bush flying is so hard, especially with Easy Dock. The way Easy Dock works, where you have to push down the middle mouse button to look left and right, and it would be so much better with a head tracker, so I could just swing my head around and look down. Because I mean, these things have awesome visibility. They, the doors are almost fully glass. The roof is above the flight deck is fully glass. So
that's me looking down at the wheel right now.
Yeah,
just look back up. Yeah, that would be very helpful. That might be helpful when I try and land this again.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I have not seen on these sand dunes? Any kids partying.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's Africa. Maybe they don't do that here.
That could be. Come out when they're big, souped up 4-wheel drive pickup trucks and 40 kegs of beer. And is that just an American Midwest thing, or?
I dip down here, lose a little altitude, see what's going on down here. Look at a big grass area over here.
Yeah.
Really, the only sort of engine thing you have to worry about on this is EGT and your oil pressure. Make sure they're all in the green. But other than that, she'll happily cruise along at pretty much max RPM. I was flying around Alaska when I first got this. And it was, I don't know, 35, 40 degrees, say, where I was. I was sort of in southern Alaska, and I was flying around. I flew about 2 hours, pretty much dead straight, and she never got warm or weird or anything. So,
BP, did you not set your name and join FS?
No, I have BP's my name.
Yeah, no, BP came up when I saw him.
Because I got Roy, Davith, and Moondog, and I got another C182 Skylane, but no name.
Well, you're gonna have a Skylane, yeah, because
Yeah, but there's no name on it.
My name's checked. My name is definitely on there.
Okay, maybe it's just my gaming buggy then.
Like I can see Moondog in front of me, and I can see Cavalier Roy over there. Really low too. Roy, you are actively monitoring your plane, right? Even though you're not. I know you're busy because you're like at 500 feet. Just so you know. I mean, you go ahead, bush hop all you want. That's fine, but I just want to make sure you were aware of it because I know you said you were busy. So.
Yeah. No. Thought I could just get down a bit lower.
Yeah, I keep kind of dipping down too. I'm at about 600 feet right now. If you're looking to see, fast jets, you're in the wrong place, everybody. This is low and slow, is what this is. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Welcome, my friend. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Hey, to the monkeys.
How's it going? What's going on, man?
Stealth mode.
Yeah.
Activated.
So how you been?
Good. I'm not too bad.
Good.
What's an interesting camera?
Slightly annoyed, but hey, that's life.
Well, it's the internet. If you're not slightly annoyed, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, true. No, I had 3 monitors for a little while, and then one of my monitors broke the other day.
So wait a minute. Let me just put this in some perspective for you. You had 3 monitors. Now you only have 2, and you're slightly annoyed. I have 1.
Yeah, true.
I mean, yeah, it's a great big one, but it's still only 1, and I'm in desperate need of another one.
Well, for chat, for streaming and all.
Yeah, so I can watch, I can monitor stuff, like stream elements and chat and all that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, I just can't. The problem is I kind of need to rebuild my computer because my motherboard's dying. So, unfortunately, every time I get to a position where I can, say, oh, I can go get a monitor, I need to spend the money on other things.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Dude.
Like planes, which is getting to be a bad habit. I need to stop buying planes. This one wasn't cheap. This one was $30. This plane, but it's worth it. It's fantastic. And the thing is they have and I didn't even see this until after. I'm not really interested so much in ski planes and float planes. I do have float planes that I want to learn how to fly at some point, but. This one came with a complete package with everything, with skis, with floats, with Tundra tires. But I was like, nah, didn't see it till after I'd already bought this one. So
yeah, I'm not really a plane guy myself, so I'm more of a helicopter guy.
Yeah, you know what? I have probably, well, with the 13,000 plus hours I've played flight sim, I've probably flown a helicopter. Well, flown. I've probably got a helicopter in the air and then immediately put it back on the ground about twice. I just cannot. I can't get my head around the way helicopters fly.
True. I play too much Arma 3 and Arma 2. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I can fly the hell out of a helicopter in GTA, but that's not particularly realistic.
The thing is, I can't even fly a helicopter in GTA. Yeah.
Oh, see, it's so much easier. I think it's so much easier to fly a helicopter in GTA plane.
No.
Hey, Welsh Farmer, how you doing? Well, this is, I don't know what's more boring, flying over the endless expanse of green or flying over the ocean.
Ocean.
Every so often, you're going to get these legs where there's not a whole lot going on. So it's 15.3 Celsius, pretty warm. It would be, right? I mean, it's northern Africa. This isn't.
And that's not extremely hot though either. It's just.
No. This isn't the southern part of Africa where
it's winter time here.
Yeah, we're still in the northern hemisphere here, right? So.
Yeah.
We're not actually going to cross the equator until.
Until we get on the way to Australia.
Yeah, I was going to say Australia will be the. Now, I think in Australia we should all fly bush planes because why wouldn't you?
Land in Liz's backyard.
I'm just gonna land. Yeah, I swear to God, I'm just gonna land like in next to the gas station.
Over 100 feet above the ground.
Good for you. In a Cessna, no less.
How many have no ground under you? You're plenty.
No, I do.
No, he's right up. Yeah, we're all sort of hugging the coast.
Oh, I'd have you over the water.
He's a little bit over the water.
Yeah.
I'm over the land for me.
The frame of reference is tough from here because where the water ends and where our coast starts. Like I'm right up on the coast now, so it probably shows.
Well,
me.
yeah, I suppose looking at my GPS, I am probably more inland than I thought I was. Yeah.
There we go. I've got 100 feet over the water and my own shadow on the water.
Over the water.
Yeah.
To me, you're way to the right of the water.
Well,
no, I can see his over. I can see him over the water.
That's the difference between. Oh yeah, I've got vector and.
Well, I know you have vector. Yeah. I didn't know David had vector.
No, I'm looking at him on his screen.
Oh.
See, someone's watching. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So I have Orbix, but I think because I reinstalled it, the last time I had trouble with Orbix, I had to change the season and go back again.
Oh, yeah.
But I verified all my files and reinstalled Orbix, but I never changed the weather, so I think I could be on default scenery, because it doesn't look like here.
Oh, did you never reactivate it in FTX Central? Probably.
No, it's reactivated, but the last time to activate it in game, I had to change the season. I went to like summer and then back again.
Yeah.
And that activated it, but I haven't done that since it crashed the last time.
Oh, okay.
Not since I re-verified all my files and that.
I guess this
is the first time I've turned the game on since I crashed the last time.
Yeah. I guess we'll know when BP needs a cigarette or whatever, because he'll suddenly just find one of these places that look interesting enough to land at.
Thank you, Stu. Yes, the room is empty. Thank you. But just to prove Zig wrong, I checked chat, you know. I do that occasionally.
The good thing about these things too is they don't use hardly any fuel. You could fly around for days in these things with a full tank of fuel.
Actually, I'm more worried about coming over one of these ridges and not being high enough for the next one.
I'm just skimming the wheels through the tops of the trees at the moment.
These things will climb like, I mean, they'll happily climb at 2,000 feet a minute. It's the slats on the front kind of, they definitely help landing. They're not so great for climbing, only because they kind of bend the air up over the wing, which is what they're supposed to do. These have vortex generators too, so that's why they're so good at really low speeds. This is a great plane. So I want to talk a little bit about this bush plane simulator, because I am absolutely excited about that. Can't wait to see that. I posted a link on on the Bipolar Prophet Gaming Facebook page about a week ago now, because the guy who's developing it actually came in the stream and talked to me for a little while. And it's good. Now, if you look at the Facebook page and you look at the pictures, it's going to look really good, right? As you would expect. And it's going to have a lot of cool features too from what I understand as well. I think it's going to fill a niche in the flight sim community. A lot of guys like to do this. And unfortunately, because of the way the ground sort of works in flight sim, now you can land anywhere, but you don't get the full experience of it. And I think that's really what he's looking for with his bush plane simulator. So, you know, there's always room for another simulator as far as I'm concerned. I can't wait to see this one. So if you're interested in having a look at that, it's on my Facebook page.
This is definitely one of the planes. Okay, if you want to follow the road, you can quite literally just decide, all right, time to follow the road.
Yeah. Oh, I see sand. So we know what that means.
Kids don't smoke. It's bad for you.
Kids don't smoke. It's bad for you. I'm not quite there yet, but. Oh, wait a minute. There's a little bar out there. No, let's do that one. Let's do that one instead.
You got a bar out there? I see like a peak out there of sand.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have a look at it and see if it's big enough for me to land on. I'm sure it is. I just to remind everybody what we're doing. We're raising money for the Ronald McDonald House Global Charities, great charity that provides transportation support, lodging, and other services to families of kids who have to be in the hospital for a long time, far from home. You know, my oldest daughter was born with her leg out of her hip socket and went to the Shriners Hospital and they did a fantastic job, helped her out. Cost zero money, wouldn't take any money from me. They used to, I mean, I had a car, we had money, but they used to come, the Ronald McDonald people who work with the Shriners used to come and pick me and her and her mother up at our house and bring us to the hospital, which was, about 25 miles away. And they used to buy us food and everything else and wouldn't take a dime from me. So, they're a fantastic, fantastic charity. And we're trying to raise $1,000. We're at 200 right now. So.
Yeah, hello, Captain Alex.
They have been.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Talk to you, Chad.
No. He just said hello. I waited till you had gotten through that. That's important. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Part of the reason. The other part is we just enjoy flying and trucking, but seeing how we can all do this is definitely more fun.
Yeah, I haven't been kicked out of the universe of flying, luckily. So.
Well, you haven't had to run into anyone yet, so
no.
To defend their so-called honor, because some of us, I don't know, it's questionable.
There's 2 runways at this airport, 0 and 35.
Wow, this thing is way out here. I didn't. You sort of lose your scale when you're flying this slow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how far out this was. It's all right. Do a pass over it, make sure it's clear, and then we should be able to set down on it. And then get the hell away from the ocean, because I don't like flying these little planes over there. So it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit here, which isn't bad.
Is that what that is above the...
Yeah, your outside air temperature?
Okay.
Above the GPS, yeah.
Glad to see people raising money for important things. Sad what happened to your daughter.
Yeah, no, you know what though? It worked out fantastic. I mean, they did such a great job. She had to wear these special shoes that again they provided. Put a bar between them, and she used to hop. She was a happy little baby. She used to hop up and down in her crib with those shoes, and it straightened her right out. She's she's 20. Years old now. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
She's 21.
No,
she's 25.
25. She's the same age as my. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to say things like that.
No.
She's 25 and married now, and so she, yeah. So, but Ronald McDonald. The thing is that the Monkey Show in general, we do a lot of charity, but it's mostly done for us, not for us, but for people,
community.
In our community. Whether it be with wheels or or whatever, peripheral stuff like that. Because I always think that just because if somebody is fortunate enough to have all the stuff, then I think it's kind of, and this is my own personal opinion, but I've always believed it's kind of our duty to give back to those who don't. Giving back was the backbone of Bipolar Profit Gaming, my channel, my YouTube channel, the whole thing. That was the backbone of it. This is the first time we've decided to do an actual real life charity. And it's been great. And Ronald McDonald, the people that I deal with over there have been fantastic, constantly, saying thank you and everything. We're not raising millions of dollars like some of the big companies do, but they still treat us like we are. So it's been amazing.
And let's real quickly, we have done it for real charities, just not recognized charities. The Christmas.
Yeah, we raise money every year for the
family. Yeah.
I can't, do anything for Christmas. It's not like it's not like we always raise money for, what some people would consider frivolous stuff.
Yeah.
I don't consider it frivolous. I think that, if you like to play games, then, I think you should be able to play them and be able to enjoy them. And I'm so cheatiness. I didn't even do a pass. I'm just going to land. It looks pretty flat to me. I guess we'll find out. It looks good. Looks good. Coming in a little high though. Little high, a little fast.
We don't want to add to the BP crash counter.
I don't want to roll this into water is what I don't want to. So we'll just go ahead and do it full stall. I have no issues. No worries. Plenty of room.
And BP's been practicing that a whole lot more than I have. I'm going to wait for a little bit more of a
beautiful,
better spot to land.
Full stick back, full brakes, come to a stop. And that is how you do that. All right.
He was mentioning that story, and it reminded me. Actually, my one cousin, she was club feet where they're pointed together. So she had several surgeries till she was like 4 or 5 to straighten that out, and got her straightened out well enough that she was actually in dance classes and did rather well with that. And I can't remember how much Ronald McDonald's House helped with that or not, but I know she was in cast basically for the first 3 or 4 years of her life.
Okay. You'll notice that nowhere on my plane does it say no smoking. So, you're not supposed to. It's actually illegal. You're not supposed to smoke experimental plane anyway. Oh, another thing I want to send a shout out. I want to send a huge shout out to my buddy, my homie, my pal, Badger. He's 12 years old today. Badger is 12. I've known him since the day he was born, and he's 12 years old. That's my dog, everybody, in case you were wondering. He's doing good. Still acts like a puppy at 12 years old, so gonna have a little cake later for him and everything, sing and do all that stuff.
As I throw the screen around while I'm with Hat Track and looking over at chat, I have a sort of a short-term memory loss, forget everything easily, but I normally write something on the paper or a piece of paper. We have to do that often. There's probably sticky notes on someone's computer with set down landing gear, pull up flaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
right,
though
so a picture of Badger in my recordings now. I just pulled up the photo from your Facebook.
Cool. Yeah, I was gonna put it up in the corner of the screen, but I got a lot of stuff going on up there, and I didn't want to.
Right. No, I just like opened the Facebook page and put it right in front of the screen. There you go, there's Badger.
Yeah, anyway. Badger's a good dog. He's a happy dog. He's a good dog. He's yappy and and all that, and he's very excitable, but he's a good dog. He's been a good friend for all these years, and so unfortunately we had the passing of a good friend of mine's little Chihuahua not too long ago, but.
Yeah, I seen that one as well. You said it was always barking at you when he came in, but you still loved him, brother.
Oh, I hated that Chihuahua. Hated me.
Yeah,
absolutely hated me. Would come running at me full speed. You ever see like a Chihuahua with their little face, right? And they got their mouth open and a teeth, just full speed at me. Hated me, but I'm not probably as gushy about animals as some people, but I like dogs. I've always liked dogs, and. Even though he didn't like me, I still liked him. He was a little life, Used to amaze me that something that small could be alive. You know what I mean? That's the, when I was a little kid, and I grew up with poodles as a kid. Now we had 2. We had a great big one. We had a standard poodle, which is the great big, sort of traditional poodle. He was huge. His head would go over my head when he stood on my shoulders. And then he got old and died. And then we got a little toy poodle. So we went from the biggest poodle you could get to the second smallest poodle. And I remember looking at him when he was a puppy, because I went to pick him up from my mother, and looking at him as a puppy going, how is this thing alive? He was just a little ball of eyes and piss. That's all he was. So yeah, I like dogs, and Badge has been a good friend to me for a long time. So he's healthy.
He writes stuff down for VAT Sim and custom checklists so that he has it. You need to do stuff like that. Not everyone can remember everything with a checklist. When I fly the Phenom, it's nice that it's got a checklist in it.
That's why you have checklists. That's why there are checklists, because no pilot can, especially in complex planes, these things are, easy, but like in a jet, in an airliner, that's why it's you have to have checklists. You have to have flows, you have to have checklists.
That's what I was trying to use when we was at the runway. I was trying to use that to start the engine up. I couldn't understand what the fuck it meant by cracked or throttle be cracked. I had no idea what the fuck that meant, so I just
put
it somewhere.
Instead of having it completely off 10-15%, just up a little bit, pushed
like
in
a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, so that it's got some throttle to it.
Right, so minimal throttle just to get it to. Right, okay.
Yeah.
I can feel that. I can feel that wind pushing us around a little bit. The wind really affects these because of the slats. It gets up underneath them and it wants to lift the wing. These are definitely, stab and jab, where it's a lot of aileron and a lot of rudder.
Yeah. And even though I've had it trim in level flight a couple of times, wind change. it makes it easier. You can take your hand off for a moment, whatever, and it's like it's not going to stay. You wind change, you bank a little bit, and it's going to change what you need. So trust me, I'm going to be proficient on my trim setting on my flight stick.
Trim is your friend in this thing, especially when you're trying to land short. You're just hammering on that trim all the way down to get it to, because you know the idea with these, especially these STOL aircraft with the slats and with the extended with the flaperons and everything and all the vortex generators, and you really want to, you don't point these at the ground so much as you point the nose up a little bit and let it fall to the ground. That's really how you get the shortest possible landing, and that's why these things have the shocks. So this thing's got somewhere around 23 inches of shock travel and 35-inch tires, so you can definitely plant one of these. You don't ever, unless you're landing on a runway or a big grass strip, you don't want to grease one of these. So that landing you guys saw, and I don't know what the landing rate was, because obviously I don't see it. It only pops up on the stream. But anything, you know, if I'm trying to land truly short, you'll see landing rates into 300s. These things are made for that. That's what they're designed to do. Now, you can absolutely grease these on a big strip. You know, if you have a big landing area, you can absolutely grease them. One thing I try not to do with this too much is land on asphalt. Now in FSX, it doesn't matter. There's no, you know, the tires don't wear out or anything. But in real life, you don't want to land these big, soft Tundra tires on asphalt too much. You tear them up. But this is probably, of all the bush planes that I have, although I do like Skywagon. That Skywagon's really good. But of all the bush planes that I have, and a lot of them are freeware, this one is the best one. And this was expensive. I mean, this is $30, but you know what? I don't mind paying $30 for a plane that works good.
Let's buzz the trawler over here.
Oh, I forgot to turn my objects back on. Boats and stuff. Damn it. So how's everybody else doing? Everybody still with us? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's really quiet.
The Stu's probably already landing or getting ready to land.
No, I'm coming up to the shore of the opposite side.
I have no idea.
I'm flying by hand, but I have a trim, so I'm kind of going up and down small.
Right. Moondog, you can see where I am from here, just you can't see my plane, that's all. Like, all the way over to your left, the land over there.
Yeah. I have Bryce 6 miles ahead of me.
Yeah, Moondog's ahead of me at about, you know, 8 feet off the ground.
75, 80, about there.
Yeah, I'm about 600.
Through the ground for me, like he's underground like a worm.
Very minimal. You know, this Ultra, this Super Cub Ultra has a bit more instrumentation than some of the other ones do. That's why I bought this one. I like to be able to know my. I mean, with these planes, it doesn't really matter. You can sort of figure out your V speed, your VS speed, you know, by looking at the nose, about how much it's going up and down. But I like a visual number. I've been flying jets for so long that I like actually being able to see what I'm doing. So they're not fast. I mean, you can see that the VNE, the never exceed speed of this thing is 138 knots, 138 miles an hour. I'm sorry, not even knots. So it likes to fly at about 100 miles an hour for, you know, overland stuff. But it'll happily fly along at 50 miles an hour, you know, with a notch of flaps, because these slats will just keep the plane in the air.
Right, so I'm only 36 knots away from this airport then.
That's I have no idea. My 40-inch monitor, my GPS is tucked in the dash. I can't see it. I don't know what it says.
No, it's just to see how far ahead I am, or how far I'm not ahead, or whatever.
71 nautical miles out.
Oh Jesus! So I'm like.
So what does yours say, Moondog? Because you're right ahead of me. So whatever yours says is.
What for distance?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Okay.
83.
83. Okay, yeah. So we're a ways back yet.
I'm 80. No, that's ground speed. Where's my
top right of the GPS?
20.6.
Because you can't pop the GPS out in this. All it does is make it disappear.
Less than 20 point. I have a weird sign. Less
Shift
than
Shift 2?
Yep, that shows you how far off track you are.
All right. So I'm 20 miles off track. Okay.
God, we're about, I don't know, we must be like 50 miles off track.
If you hit Shift 2, does that pull it up for you there, BP?
I don't know. I don't know if it does or not, because my keyboard's behind me, so I can't really reach around to get to it.
Well, then don't do that.
What's your ETA say, David?
What's that on? That's on down.
Bottom right.
Down the bottom right.
No.
1 hour, 4 minutes. Wait a minute, am I flying the wrong direction?
No, I think we're flying in the right direction. We're just way off the magenta line.
Their ETA 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's about right.
73.6.
That's about
Yeah.
right. BRG, I'm presuming that's my head in 65 degrees. I'm doing
headed
86 knots.
I know I'm headed the right way because I'm headed dead east, so I know I'm headed the right direction.
Right.
Well, yeah, I have a GPS line which is way off, but we knew that anyway because we weren't flying
over the ocean. Yeah.
GPS, or I'm hugging. Like I have the GPS fairly zoomed in, and I'm just flying roughly along the edge of or as the land goes.
Yeah, I see you. You're about 8 miles ahead of me, David.
See, I'm only flying the 162 or the 162. I'm only doing 82 knots.
Yeah,
so
they're not particular.
I'm not flying. Well, that's what I said. If you were flying there, I might fly this because I know this is an easy plane to fly.
Yep.
Hey, that's me just coming over land now.
And Stu, who's just full throttle, 100 and whatever, how fast the plane will go.
About 150s now. No,
yeah, he has the 100. He is the 182. He's the bigger plane of us all as well.
Yeah. I mean, I could have flown the 747. I'd have been there. I'd be sitting there right now going. Doo, 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 doo.
So you should fly that someday and just circle the airport.
Yeah.
Holding pattern for an hour.
I wouldn't even get up to altitude with this flight before I had to descend. I'd be lucky if I could get up to about 10,000 feet with that thing before I had to descend again to get lined up for the runway. Although this is an international airport, so I could certainly land it there. But
nasty. I think we should do is just give everybody a Concorde and just do the next 100-mile journey on that.
You would never get a Concorde off the ground in time to get it back down again with these short legs.
The Phenom is pretty darn quick too, and it's just like it would be up, all right, up, down, reset, try it again.
But it'd be fun.
Oh, it would be. I enjoy flying that one. To be honest, I've joined this run. I like the little props. I got to fly the King Air again. That's the one that's next on the list. Got to get flown.
I think the next plane I want to buy is, and that's assuming that I actually decide I want to buy it, would be the. I really want a Premier because they're just cool, and there's one out for X-Plane, but I like X-Plane, but I'm just having a hell of a time. I don't know if it's a completely different style of flying. I mean, flying is flying, and you think if you can fly one sim, you can fly any of them. But I have a hard time. I don't know if it's my settings, my control settings in X-Plane, but I have a hard time flying it unless I'm flying it. Like the 737, the Zebo mod 737, which I fly quite a bit, flies perfect, no issues at all. Flies exactly the way that I think it should. But any sort of smaller plane, it gives me a hell of a time. So I guess it's just me having to get used to it, I suppose. But
yeah, X-Plane is definitely different, flies differently.
No, I have my realism set, all the way to this too. This has, P-force and all that, especially in this plane. This plane definitely has some P-force. You definitely have to keep some rudder in it. But I don't know. It's just a different feel for X-Plane, so I'm still getting used to it.
I think even with P-force, it's still does.
Want to fly with me, sweetie?
Yes, honey.
I'm talking to the wife. You guys leave me alone.
I am flying with you, actually.
Got BP harassing me. No, it's not unusual. Hello. Well, they probably heard you through the mic.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello, Mrs. Moondog.
You gonna go back to being a slug and fall back asleep? Okay.
My hand's getting sore. I gotta trim this thing out. So I can take my hand off for a minute.
All right. Your knees. This is where we either add or we don't add to the counter.
Where I am now, it's really crosswinds are quite harsh.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up here too. You better aim for that notch, Moondog.
That's what I'm aiming for.
I don't know what it is, but it's I can definitely feel it. It's definitely pushing the plane around a little bit. Now, what do I do? Do I go as the crow flies through the... Yeah, let's go through this knot, actually, once I get this thing trimmed out. Any wind change, and it's just trim constantly with this thing. But that's how these are. I mean, these...
Up over the ridge. Point it back down.
You have your wheels down, you can rub the ground to be alright.
Yeah. No, yeah, you can rub the ground, but if there's a tree in the way, it still doesn't like that.
You'll rub the tree, yeah.
Makes for good touch and goes, though.
Yeah.
I do that in GTA. I leave put the jet wheels down across the top of the mountains.
Well, if you're
very hard to take off when you have no wheels, though.
Have you seen all the stuff this comes with Moondog, with the tent and the preheater and the gun that you can put on the struts and all that?
No, I have not. Okay.
Yeah, I had it all set up the other day. It's pretty cool.
Tent for the plane or a tent for you?
No, a tent for you. It sits in the back. It sits in the back of the plane, and then you can set it up when you land.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm carrying the cargo load right now, so I've got.
I honestly don't even know what I've got in the back of my. Let's find out.
I've got a 55-gallon drum and a box of something. So.
I got a passenger seat. That's what I've got.
Okay. A passenger seat.
Yeah. Well, it's only a 2-passenger aircraft anyway.
Not a 162-passenger 737.
No. Or a 500-passenger 747. No, it's definitely a 1-passenger plane.
Get in the back seat there, Davis. We're gonna go somewhere.
At least in that one you fly in the front seat.
Yeah, unlike the J3 where you're in the back. Yeah,
that one had me completely confused.
You know what's awesome? Put Heidi in the J3 sometime and try to land.
I did. I tried taking off. I gave up.
You got to learn to look out that's where head tracker really comes in handy, because you look out the left or the right side of the window.
And that one actually has in your views, to look to the left or lean right.
Yeah. Yeah, I have those set up.
All you have is a head in front of you, yeah.
And she's a bit of a whiner. If you put her on nervous, she's a bit of a whiner. If you bank too hard, or if you accelerate too fast, oh, what are you doing? It's hot, it's cold. Oh God, please, for the love of God, shut up, get out. Oh.
Can't you have an ejector seat and just like send her flying?
But one thing you can do in the sim that you can't do in real life is set her to silent. My favorite button when she gets bitching because I'm wanting to land on a glacier or a gravel bar somewhere. I don't really fly with her because she's just in the way. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool thing, but it's sort of a novelty. I did it once and I was like, all right, that's good. I'm all set. Although I will say that when I fly for FS Economy, now I got to fly the J3 the other day on FS Economy, and because I was taking a passenger, it put her in the plane automatically. So, but we were flying from an airport to an airport, so she wasn't really complaining too much. Although I couldn't really find the airport, so I sort of did a dive down to find it, and then turned around to do an approach, and she was grabbing the crossbars, the windshield crossbars, to hold on a little bit. Wind variable at 6 knots. Yeah, see, we're coming into a bit of a crosswind now.
I'm just going up to the airport now. It's got like 12 nautical miles.
12. I have no idea. I'm following Moondog, so if we end up in Turkey, then I guess.
Well, that's your first mistake. Following.
Yeah. Why are you following me?
I don't know, because you look like you were going somewhere fun, so I decided to follow you. Okay.
Well, all right. Well, I figured over the ridge and then down the other side, see if there was some place to land right away.
Yeah, I was sort of looking at this hill to my right here. Looks like it wants to be. The only problem is there's a ditch and there's some trees.
Yeah.
It's not so much the landing. It's not with these. It's not the landing. It's making sure you have an escape route in case you don't land. So you don't want to be so low and have trees in front of you and not be able to pull up over them. That's the thing I run into. I'll find cool places to land and then look at them and go, but I have no escape route. And I got into a one-way situation the other day where I landed on top of a mountain in Idaho. And no, not Mile High, for anybody who may know what that is. I haven't found Mile High yet. I'm going to. And when I do, I'm going to make a video of it. but it was another one. And I was like, oh, I could definitely land there. So I came in really low, and I realized at the last second that there was no way back out of it to take off. So I was like, crap. So I landed. I turned around. I basically just jumped off the mountain, just popped the flaps. And luckily this thing is, small enough and light enough that it'll do that. But that was a little bit of a pucker moment. I was like, crap. I didn't leave myself enough room to turn around and take off again.
Yeah, I can finally see this airport now.
He can see the airport. I can't even see Davith now. I've lost him.
I'm 60 to go.
Sun T Diver, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's it going today?
Well, I'm following Roy, but I'm following him. He's now up to 8.5 miles away.
Yeah, I'm feathering it out to try and hold about 90 knots.
Moondog, those mountains in front of you are pretty big.
Well, that's fine. You fly over, around, or through.
Just the ones that I think they are, you need to be about, what was it, 1,300 feet.
I just realized that I could have just said your name, Stunt Diver. Sorry. Sometimes the T's in this stuff screw me up, and I forget how to read.
Start going up.
Yeah. Nah, I'll skirt the outside. I'll skirt the left side of them.
That's what I was thinking. Water side of it.
Yeah.
I'm flying along the coast, but on the water.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to gain that much altitude. These things low and slow with these things, So
altitude would just be high and slow still yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only about 400.
And the closer we get to those mountains, the more this crosswind's going to be coming over them and messing us up. So, and because of the configuration of this plane, it doesn't. I mean, it does all right in a crosswind. It's got plenty of rudder, but I'd rather not get stuck in it. So, it's starting to get a bit hazy too.
Yeah, as you said, that Roy is flying into cloud.
I am.
You'd have to be pretty high up to hit a cloud. Well, it is.
Well,
yeah, it's more like a haze.
There's cloud the other side of you.
Oh, there is. Yeah, I see it now. Yep, this is FSX, FSX Steam Edition to be precise, Stunt Driver.
With numerous add-ons.
Yeah, if you're interested in the add-ons, you can type !FSX add-ons in the chat, and it'll tell you all the add-ons I'm running, minus the plane. I don't put the plane in there because the plane changes on a regular basis. So, but if you're interested, this is the flight replica's Super Cub Ultra.
Those are some massive tires. I'm outside view right now looking at.
Oh, they're huge. 35 inches. Yeah, they're the biggest bush tires you can get from Alaska Outfitters.
They're
awesome.
proper land anywhere tires.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
I'm down to 80 knots. So.
I'm just coming into the runway now.
I'm gonna
just coming in the runway. We're still 70 miles away. You'll be sitting there for a minute, Stu.
I know. I might just turn around and just fly back and find you.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You could always come back and see what we're doing.
Yeah, I got 40 miles to go. 48.
Oh, so you're 30 miles ahead of me yet.
So 65 nautical miles.
I have 55 to go, and I'm only 8 behind you, right?
Yeah, so I've got 48 to go.
All right, yeah.
But it's also configuring straight direct flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're going along the coast.
At some point,
I think I'm going to try and defeat the crosswind by being lower than the hill.
Yeah, you'll definitely get some shelter if you duck down in that little cut there.
Well, I was also thinking as we get over the water, just be below the cliff ledge there.
Thanks very much for the follow, Stunt Driver. I appreciate it. Why it's playing the train noise, I have no idea. And the chicken noise. And there's the plane noise. We'll just play them all. What the hell?
You got them active?
Yes, Stunt Diver, we're multiplayer.
Yes. We're on Join FS. Oh, yep. Yep, every Saturday we do this as we're flying around the world to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House children's charities.
So that Friday the 13th is on sale now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Jason, Mr. Scary ass Facebook profile picture?
Oh, is that Roy in that Facebook? Oh, right.
Well, that's Roy on the cover of that game.
That's his face, so that you know what he looks like.
Well, something cool for you. I was actually born on Friday the 13th.
Were you? Good for you.
Okay, that makes it May, December, August.
And my actual middle name is Jason.
Oh. Did someone have an affectation with the movie by any chance?
No, because when was the first movie released?
God, 1980 something.
Yeah.
Yes, I was born before then.
Before then, okay.
He's older than that,
yeah.
I have never watched any. I'm not a horror movie guy. I'm not into horror movies. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3 just for the fact that one of my, at the time, favorite bands did the theme song, but they never actually put it in the movie, so I was pissed. I just don't like horror movies. I'm just not into them.
Not getting any real wind here.
Yeah, I'm coming down. I'm getting a little bump now, but it's not too bad. I'll be coming down to the beach down there. Can't go too low though, unless we fly around these cliffs.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, it was made in 1980.
Yeah, because I remember I was a teenager when it came out. So, okay, Stutter, what are you doing? You gonna load up there? You're stuttering. What's going on here? Here we go. Now we're not. This isn't a private thing by any means. We are on the Eastern Hops community. They graciously allow us to fly on their server while we do this. The only thing about flying with us is that we would. While I can't say you can't because it's not our server, we would like a donation to be able to actually fly with us to the Ronald McDonald House Children's Charities. Why am I stuttering so bad? Is this thing trying to figure out the wind? Is that what it's doing? Let me get down on it.
I don't know. I didn't have an issue myself, but I wasn't paying attention. I was like 5 feet above the water.
I don't know why. It's just really stuttering.
Okay. So I'm just going to try and catch you up.
Oh, cool.
You know, basically
now,
fly all the way back.
If you could fly sideways, no Moondog, and just skim off the cliffs, that would be cool.
Yeah, well, I was just looking. That'd be a cool place to land a helicopter. I thought that was more of a river instead of just an inlet, but you know.
All right, Sunshot Diver, thanks for stopping by, man. Take it easy.
Oh dear God, this is loud.
Is Microsoft trying to download an update? Is that why I'm stuttering? God damn. So if the stream just suddenly ends, everybody, it's because my computer likes to restart occasionally.
Restart after the upload of the.
Yeah, but whatever. I shut all that off.
I shut mine off and lost a middle of a flight because it had paused, and I said I better pause it before I crash it while asleep. And
yeah, but in fairness, Moondog, the computer was asleep.
Yeah.
It wasn't. You weren't actually doing anything on the computer.
Yeah, I know.
You notice mine's been. I've been on Discord for the last 2 days, but I haven't been around because my computer's just been on for 2 days straight. I feel bad. I feel bad for it. Like I can't wait to turn it off. I'm like, I'm so. My computer's like, Roy, why have you been on for 2 days, Roy? No, you're still in America, computer. I'm sorry.
Mine only goes off if it gets restarted or needs to be restarted.
You know, there's various different sort of theories about that, whether it's better to just leave it running and let it go into hibernate mode on its own, which it will, or shut it off, fully off, but no computer's ever fully off anyway.
I don't have hibernate on mine. I turn that off as well.
So your computer's just full power all the time?
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm afraid of that.
No, I turn mine off every night.
I can't afford that electric bill.
Oh,
you'd be surprised how much electricity computers use.
Yeah.
Especially when you get up into the...
And I've got 2 of them running all the time. Kids as well.
When you get up into the big, the big processors that take a lot of power and stuff. They, you know, you read the TDP on these things. Like the one that I want to get is 250 watts. So you put any kind of clock on that, you're looking at probably 275, 300 watts. That's quite a bit when you think about it. Plus your graphics card, you know, if that thing's running full on. And electricity ain't cheap.
Nope.
This gets very sort of cliffy over here. Huh?
Yep. I snuck up over on top now.
Nice road down there for the Moondog to land.
I just saw this road next to this field. It's a it doesn't look like much from up here, but I bet if I got low, maybe interesting. We have waves. I need to turn my boat objects and stuff back on. I always forget. This plane's pretty high res, too. So,
yeah,
compared to some of them that we fly. This does have 2K textures. I'm running a 4K, but it does have 2K textures.
You have a lot of information on that little dash.
Yeah. Now, the cool thing about this is you can actually configure this, too. So say all you wanted was a, you know, RPM indicator and a, I don't know, that oil pressure gauge, right? You could go in, bring it into whatever your graphics editor program is and turn all this other stuff off. And these are real 3D gauges, too. They float, they move around. So this is a really good, I mean, it's worth $30. And it's not from, you know, Flight Replicas isn't a massive company. They're not, you know, Aerosoft or one of those companies. It's really good for being, you know, basically a couple of guys. I'd never heard of them until I started, you know, developing an active interest in bush planes. And they make a bunch of other planes, too. They make a couple of military planes. And there's one other one that I saw.
Hey, there's 5 feet of clear ground for your BP to land on.
I could land right where I am, to be honest. I kind of want to land on this hill, but it's a little steep, I think. I think it might be a bit steep for me to get.
A couple of these look, for me, proficient-wise, no, I crash it, but there's definitely some up the hill or down the hill smooth areas, but
I think I may.
I think I'll just keep playing with the treetops and leave it at that until I have to go, okay, add another number to that counter.
I think I'll go straight over this and see what's up here. Gain a little altitude.
Oh, kids. Need to turn.
Yeah, I've gone straight out across the bay there.
Wow, 200 now. This thing really
what?
fucking flies when it wants to go, doesn't it?
It's not supposed to.
200 knots.
It's not supposed to go 200 knots.
Well, yours isn't.
That
I'm
one
landing,
isn't
I'm
either.
not playing, I'm flying back to you.
Are you still in the 182?
Nope.
Oh, what one are you in?
You'll find out when I get there.
Is it the fighter jet?
If I was a fighter jet, I'd be blowing you out the sky.
Yeah, you'd have been here already.
Yeah.
You'd have felt the turbulence then.
All right. Is that 35,000 feet? Is that you? In a Piper?
Me, I'm at about 1,100.
Okay. It's a Piper
I'm
Cherokee
at-
ahead of me.
I'm at 1850.
Oh, we've officially moved into the African sector. We're into the D letters now.
I'm inside your air traffic range though, because I can see yous on my air traffic.
Well, I wasn't sure I was going to make that slope, so I banked off. I'm flying gullies now.
All I can say is this engine is loud as fuck. Right, I've found the coast. I'm going to just skim along it until I find you guys.
Now we're having a whole conversation about Friday night. I can't join in that because I don't know anything about them.
The one that we're talking about is Freddy v Jason. That one was more of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Roy's haven't. See, one screen, plenty, Roy, isn't it?
Well, it is when you're flying. You've got autopilot. You can.
Yeah, I can't really. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't really. I couldn't have a chat. I don't have to have a chat conversation. What is this? What is this? This looks kind of interesting. It looks kind of shallow. Oh, are you gonna leave yourself enough room to get out of it though if you land there? Oh, we gotta try this. Yeah, we gotta try this. But do we go on the up? Yeah, we go the uphill side so that we can. Yeah. Yeah, we can have a go with that. All right, altitude.
Let's a bit more. Go more northerly.
This is gonna be. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I just never into them. I never into them. I guess probably because certain things have happened in my life where I've seen enough blood and guts. So,
we're down to about 1100.
But I get why people are into them. I don't mind a scary movie. I don't mind a movie that makes me jump. You know what I mean? I don't mind that. It's just the gore that I can live without.
I see someday.
Yeah, I see you. Oh, you're in that plane. Okay. Yeah, that one is loud.
How do you suppose this is going to work out? This would be one of the sort of nominal places to land. I hope I can get this. Well, we'll just keep my hand on the power, and if we have to wave off, we will. All right, let's go have a go with this.
And to your 2 o'clock-ish, you'll see David.
Well,
yeah,
right.
You're
I've only just turned round to face you, so
I've lost sight of you.
Oh
no, I see right there.
Yeah. So he's about his 1, 2 o'clock. He'll see you just off to my left.
I'm just up at the crane if I can see the end of the bit of land sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm slowing myself down now to try and match what you will be able to do.
80 knots.
Oh, that's about below my fucking takeoff speed.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way. I don't know. That's really short. That's really short.
I hope someone watches this and is enjoying the scenery as much as I am. It's just really nice looking.
Come on. All right, here we go. Oh, this is short. This is really short. Stall. More flaps.
Oh,
More
I
flaps.
see Davith as well now, off to my right over the ocean.
Yep.
Yep, that's him then.
Watch your power. Watch your power.
Oh, you're landing there.
I'm gonna try. There ain't much there or here, but I'm gonna try it. More flaps. More flaps.
Well, the engines are certainly quieter now. I put it down to about 50%.
There we go. Ah, that'll work. We'll have that. Woo! Wow. That was, yeah.
Hello.
It's not the shortest place I've ever landed, but it's definitely one of them. That was cool.
Nice landing.
Thank you.
Did you just pass us, Stu?
I passed you. I'm just heading out towards where Davith is now.
Okay.
I've put my throttle all the way down to about 50%. I'm still going to be at higher speed. Okay, maybe I picked a too fast of a plane from behind you.
I'm still yet to fly that plane.
I'll jump in it for when you'll get to the airport. Jump in it and fly back off. Just to go find BP.
Alright, I see Stu on the right. I can see your name, but I can't actually see what you're flying.
Well, I'm flying towards you, Davith, so you'll soon see me.
Okay.
Well,
Now,
yeah, you're at 5 miles out from me. At my 3 o'clock.
now the tricky bit is going to be getting out of here.
I'm doing about 140 knots, and I've got my speed at thrust at about 50%.
Just
No,
enough.
as I said, I can see your name. I just can't see you.
I could have took off over the hill.
Don't worry,
Well,
I'll soon be there.
Oh, hang
I'm
on,
not.
I'll
I'm
say
not
2
anywhere
minutes, yeah.
close to you, but I know you're in a Beechcraft Duke. So, see, put the cursor over your active sky map, and it'll tell you
There we go.
what the planes are. So,
Active sky map.
yeah, the active
You look
sky
to me like
weather
you're
map.
flying
Yeah.
in the water, but anyway.
Firewall. Brake stand. Let off the brakes. Get the tail up. Tail up. Tail up. Off we go. Beautiful. No worries. Whew.
The autopilot is doing well.
No worries. Why are you all then? Whew.
Because it went a little bit of dirt and then sky.
Okay.
There was nothing in between. That was
That's the whole thing of driving those or flying those planes, Moondog, is every time you take off, it's a ooh, thank God for that.
That was good. I'm gonna have to remember that place. All right, I'll come off the throttle. But no, that was good. I like that a lot.
I like the Kerbal Space Program, the wee thingy to tell you where you're level or not.
The Kerbal Space Program thing? You mean
Yeah,
your HSI? Yeah, it's called an HSI.
It's a fucking Kerbal Space Program.
Horizontal situation indicator.
It's still a Kerbal Space Program.
You know Kerbal Space Program, but and that's got actual real flight physics in it.
Yeah, you can build actual jet planes in the Kerbal Space Program.
I played Kerbal when it was free for a little while, but it was a little too mathy for me.
I got it way back when it was like 0.24 version.
It was fun, but all I ever did with it was I would launch, Jebediah into orbit with no parachutes, and then watch him crash.
I actually aimed him in from orbit all the way down to the ground. He hit a mountain, rolled all the way down, landed in the lake, and he was still smiling. For God's sakes! You just do never get that guy to stop smiling. Like
he was just happy to do it. He's just like Stu.
Mm-hmm.
Thrilled to go do it. Yeah.
Yeah, Grant's in your channel, but he's muted himself. I don't know if he's done that on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, he was there for a while. He was putting up he was recording a video.
Ah. No, I mean he's actually in the voice chat now. Unless I'm just joined, or unless that's you just heard somebody joining and missed the round. Yeah, whatever.
So, in the odd chance that me and Modog ever actually get to this airport, do you want to do the next leg too?
I'm up for it.
Well, I'm chasing down Roy and Davis now.
Chasing?
Yeah.
In a plane that's like, what, almost triple our speed?
What do we have? What have we got?
The Duke is quick. It's not that
200.
quick. Yeah.
200.
Or safely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's nuts.
I still have I still have 21 minutes left on this. It's telling me.
Yeah, I have 34. I think that says if I put my nose right against the monitor.
So that's like 80 knots faster than what I should be going.
Yeah, Roy, you might want to swing down to the right of the right path instead to the left. It's a longer journey to get to the other side of it.
Yeah, I'm just following the coast.
How is it getting colder the further east we go?
The wind.
Yeah,
well,
probably.
It's only dropped 8 degrees. I mean, it's not like it's dropped 30 degrees.
Yes, you're on 4 nights, so sorry.
And you ride and you've ridden enough miles to know this, BP. You come up over a hill and you catch just the right valley and it's like freezing in there,
Yeah. I mean, it's not, it's 54, which isn't,
right.
It's not Massachusetts cold. So, so I wake up today and I get a damn weather alert. You got a foot of snow coming. I mean, really? Oh, I got to make you you're in the Monkey Show group. You shouldn't need to be on Push to Talk.
You shouldn't be on Push to Talk, no.
Oh, maybe not with that profile, though.
Did you get a new pro? No, you get...
Those Scottish guys?
Oh.
Is he in the Monkey Show group?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's in online only. He's not in the Monkey Show group.
Come in the Monkey Show room, Grant.
He is.
I can't do it, so sorry. If I had the permission, I can help you.
You should have the permissions.
No, it's only you need to be higher.
Grant's lost his status. He's back to normal.
Yeah. I thought I had put him the last day.
He was set up and he was in his own group last time.
He's got his own, but not with that name though. Unfortunately, every time he changes
names, it was Willy
it's...
Bum Bum because I seen him on earlier.
Yeah, did he
every time he changed names, it resets the permissions, unfortunately.
Oh right. So you have to get. I can't give them permissions, unfortunately, because I'm.
I don't know
For some
why
reason,
you guys
I
should
don't
all have the permissions.
For some reason, I don't have. I could do it the last day, but I can't now.
Well, I probably can. I'm just the nice one and don't want to.
Skype. Nobody uses Skype, and I'm not using TeamSpeak anymore either. I'm not paying for it. This Discord's way too well established now to go back to TeamSpeak.
No, I can't. I have no.
All right, I tell you what, Grant. When I land, I'll fix it. So, Luke Highland 123, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome to the Monkey Show Global Extravaganza, raising money for the Ronald McDonald House Children's Charities. I can see the magenta line again now, so that's.
I can server mute him, and I can then server unmute him, so that might get him back onto being able to talk.
No, see, you just have to stop changing your name every 2 minutes.
Yeah, I've added him to the.
Alright, you
group.
still have, because I had no.
Yeah, so shouldn't have to use push to talk anymore.
Yeah, it's only push to talk for new people. Obviously, you're not a new person. Grant, you get your own fucking room. Can you stick to a name, please? We won't have to do this all the time.
I never. But now it's muted. Name though.
I'm pretty sure that I set you up with. You even have your own. Like you have permissions that nobody else, even I don't have. So.
I left the server by accident.
Oh, okay. That's why. That's why.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if you leave the server, like fully leave it, it resets everything.
Does it? All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why there was another welcome. Because I was looking, they were saying the name looked the same.
Yeah, because I changed name to Armor only, and I have my permissions left.
Yeah, but that's
because you didn't leave the server. If you change your name and leave the server, then it resets everything. I'm far from a Discord expert, but I don't even remember whose idea it was to do Discord. Somebody was on me to do Discord, and I'm like, okay.
Jasper, I think, was it?
Yeah, Jasper was the one who got me on Discord. I was all about TeamSpeak, and at the time, TeamSpeak was costing me.
Yeah, it was Jasper kept bugged me to go on the Discord channel with us.
I was like, because I was on TeamSpeak forever. Me and Grant were on TeamSpeak, and then I had my own, and then we had me and Reefy and Shawnee had one, and it was costing me literally like $2 a year. But TeamSpeak, I don't know. Discord, I like Discord for the fact that you can do more stuff with it, I guess. And plus, it's pretty well established now, so we're gonna stick there. Just came back to Twitch, haven't been on it. Found you through Grant. Oh well, how about that? Another person who found me through Grant. Well, like I always say, without Grant, there would be no there'd be no Bipolar Prophet. So Grant and Rob and Jim, you know, is whatever you want to think about Jim. Without Jim, there'd be no me. So.
R.I.P. Jim and Rob.
I'm not gonna say the opposite. I found Grant through you, BP.
Through me, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all found each other through Farm Sim. Ultimately, that's how we all met. So.
We're not Ankin Giants.
Well, not all us.
Oh well, Stu, right? Me and Stu met through Space Engineers of all things, which I just absolutely refuse to play now until they fix it.
Oh, I agree with you that. That game is totally.
It's so borked. I have no interest in it whatsoever until they get it fixed. And we were having a good time with it. When we were playing on it, it was good. It was fixed. Everything worked. I mean, there was a little. Obviously, sim speed was still an issue in multiplayer, but whatever. We were building.
You could stay on one fucking update if you wanted to, in a stable update, and just stay there about update, and then you'd be fine. And then it's all this updates every week, updates every fucking 15 minutes after the update.
Oh, that's the most annoying thing when they update their update. Yeah, it's just like, well, Barrett C is doing that now. They update something and then they update the updates. Like, would you make up your goddamn mind, please? It works. Leave it alone.
It's the troller. Apparently, that's the thing that they're having problems with.
Is it? I'm not even anywhere near that.
Just take it out of the game and so we'll have it back.
Take it out till it's fixed. Yeah, the problem is you take it out of the game, it breaks everybody's save games. People have hundreds of hours in the game and they freak out, and it's like Euro Truck and mods, right? You get a mod that you really like, and you put 1,000 hours on it, and all of a sudden update. Nope.
Well, we all like mods, but that's the joys you run with mods.
It is.
But with Space Engineers, it's not the mods. They break the game themselves.
So they break their own game, yeah.
And Baron C is the same because there is no mods.
And Gold Rush too. I haven't reinstalled Gold Rush because you get so far in that game, and then they come out with a massive update, and it breaks your save game, and you got to start. And I mean, while it's fun the first time you do it, the beginning bit with the hog pan is grindy as fuck, and it's just not fun to do it over and over and over again.
I bought Gold Rush.
Did you buy Gold Rush, Grant? Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Just the beginning bit is grindy, but once you get past that, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I brought it and then decided I didn't like it, so I'm not buying it for myself.
yeah, exactly. It used to be as the test. Hey, you know what? I do enjoy it.
It's a good game, but bad.
It's
it has some issues.
It has. Well, I mean, you know, that's the problem nowadays. Every game has, right?
Yeah.
You know, nobody releases a fully finished game. I mean, Giants likes to say they put out a fully finished game, but there's still updates.
There's still fixes.
Yeah. Go figure, Grant. You buy Farm Sim 17 like 6 months before Farm Sim 19.
Yeah, I still want to see that dog driving a tractor. Like,
we're eagerly awaiting Farm Sim 19 and all the new features we're gonna get.
Horses.
Well, they said there's new crops and there's new vehicles, and then there's the dog and the horses.
And then there's horses, yeah.
Yeah. So what the fuck are horses for? Like, you use them to pull fucking plows or something?
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I hope because you know when that horse, that one that's out now is Farmer Andy, right? I want to make sure I get that. So now I know Black Fox said he was working on a plow for it. Of course, that'll be private and nobody will see it, but I would like to be able to pull a plow, you know, with a horse, or pull logs or something like that.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, like, I was wanting a mod for that to put that dog in as a hired helper. You know, replace the mod of a hired helper with a dog. Then you get a horse with a dog on it pulling a plow. Imagine that. A dog, a horse with a dog riding it, pulling a plow.
Well, it's simple enough to change the models in the tractors.
Yeah. I want to see that.
I had a snowman for a little while.
Do you remember the pig mod you could get like wheels, pig with wheels?
Oh, the pig on wheels, yeah. Yeah. And the cow and all that, yeah. Do you know that those videos of those, like the pig and the cow mod with the pig on the wheels and the cow with wheels, were the most watched Farm Sim videos of all time? Those had millions of views, millions. I will say that to this day, my most watched video on my channel is Bipolar Prophet and the Scottish Gaming Guys play Farm Sim 13 multiplayer, episode 1, the most watched. And we weren't even trying to be funny back then.
I know.
That's when Grant was yelling at me, telling me to stop being a fanboy.
They must have converted that
map. Yeah, you know, I've seen it. I haven't seen it for 17. I saw it for 15.
Which one is that?
Spring Hill.
15.
I've seen it for 17, but even 15 it was a crap convert.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to find some little tiny map where we can work the same field for 50 episodes.
Sure.
70 episodes of us, we never got past that one field.
Farm Sim Olympics map. Nice little fields on that.
Yeah, there's some nice little fields on the Farm Sim Olympic map, that's for sure. So Reefy did a very nice. So I was not aware that Reefy. I mean, not that I care. It's your map. You do whatever you want with it. But I was surprised when I saw, you know, Map Tour Newbie Farm 19. I'm like, did I do a video when I was sleeping? And then I saw the name, and I'm like, oh, Reefy did it. Oh,
that's certainly been an interesting video.
Yeah. What's all right? Kevin fell asleep on the Discord the other day. Did you guys hear him?
I just sounds like that most of the time.
Did you hear him snore? No, but he was way more Darth Vader than he normally is. Yeah, he's sleeping, so I moved him. I'm going to make him his own room, too.
Sleeping as well.
He was sound asleep.
Instead of Roy go to sleep room, it should just be, okay, monkey.
Everybody, yeah. Whoever falls asleep goes here.
Yeah.
Sleeping monkeys, that's what you call it.
Yeah, you know, Welsh Farmer, I think that's probably going to be a thing. If that dog is actually a thing, and they wouldn't show it if it wasn't.
They've said their community, or the communications manager, or whatever his title is, has said it's a hint to something.
Yeah. Now, I truly hope, and Reefy was talking about this yesterday, because this is a thing that everybody wants. The ability to move your animals, whether they be cows or what, not pigs, but cows or sheep, from pasture to pasture. That's a thing we all want.
It'd be nice to send the dog out into the field and bring them all up to the gate.
I think sheep would be, for me, would be more of a thing with the dog than cows. I have never needed a dog to move cows from, I mean, just open a gate.
Well, over here, back when I was growing up, you'd have the farmer at one end and the cow or the dog the other end on the road.
Yeah. I could see on a road, yeah, to make sure they don't wander off and say, oh, that grass over there looks good, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're moving them around, and a dog and a farmer is perfect for moving them along a little road.
We're getting proper in Africa now. It's getting flat.
If you're moving it, cows, you take some hay in your hand and go. There you have
you know, we never had to move them down the road because when
you're moving 50 or 60 cows on a road that's 2 cows wide.
Yeah, exactly.
The cows at the end tend to lose interest in whatever's going on at the front.
That's you know, that's funny you say that, because I was just gonna say, when we used to move our cows from the very north pasture down to closer to the apple orchard, it never failed that because the young ones would always be straggling behind, right? And they would just get bored and stop. So you'd have 110 cows down the new pasture, and then you'd be like, wait a minute, we're missing some. And on the tractor up the north pasture, they'd just be hanging out. Like, come on, let's go. You give them a little horn, and they get moving. Oh. But Sam's dog was lazy. He wouldn't do any. All he ever did was lay in the road like he owned it. I was so afraid he was going to get hit every single day.
They should bring Irish sheep along so and have a nice mountain map, and sheep sitting in the middle of the road and not moving for anyone.
And not moving, yeah.
But we moved was maybe 50 cows a mile, and on the road. We didn't have a trailer or nothing.
See, I know we've talked about, like, you know, the ability to move them, whether it would be with a trailer or not. See, I don't want that. I'd want them to be able to walk from point A to point B.
Yeah, but trailer would be the best. It would be the worst of it. You know, to be the worst. Option to move.
Right.
It would be the fucking kitchen and eat it.
It would be you know what I mean? If that was our only option to move them, I'll take it. Let's put it that way.
It would be better than nothing.
Yeah, because right now we have nothing.
The only downside is if you have 400 cows and you got a trailer with 20.
That holds 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing today, is moving cows.
Yeah, but you'd see how long it would take somebody to mod an invisible trailer that you put your cows in, and like it would say self-drive trailer. That you put your cows in that's invisible, so you drive up the road with your cows.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool, actually. But then the cows would all just be 5 feet above.
Well, they would, but I don't see why you wouldn't be able to animate the cows within the trailer.
You can make
but in real life, you don't move. You move 2 cows.
You crash
5 cows at a time.
Yeah.
You don't move. If you have 200 cows, you move 5 cows at a time, because you cannot have more in the trailer, because then you get the law on you.
Right.
Yeah, well, I've never got the cops after me in any farm sim maps, so I'd be safe though.
Yeah. No, damn it, I didn't crash. I just put my landing gear down.
No, that's a crash, but I don't put up a crash counter for you because that doesn't matter.
Well, technically I did land safely.
I did land. I just didn't have my wheels down. It's okay.
Jet
I
dude.
see the sparks going by my windscreen. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I know the feeling. I've done that as well, Stu. The first time I flew with the retractable wheels.
Okay, Jet dude asked, am I using custom scenery? Yes, it's Orbix Vector, and Rex 4 with the custom settings. I don't think I have the tree one still in for Rex.
FSX FSX add-ons, Moondog.
Well, I have to set it up. I have to set it up, yes. I got Moondog credits working correctly on Twitch, which you can earn those by watching on Twitch, not on YouTube.
They only work on Twitch anyway.
Yes.
All that bot stuff only works on Twitch. Hey,
but yes, thank you for stopping in and asking, though. I mean, I'm flying low enough to find out, you know, to look at the trees. I'm actually had to pull up so I didn't collide with the trees.
The Orbix high def trees are great. I'm running those. I really like them. I've always liked them. and you'll get the regional variations of trees. Like when we start to get, sort of into Asia, you'll start to see a lot more palm, like big fern trees and things like that. You see pines and oaks and birch in Europe, and it's really cool.
I think I saw Stu's truck down here, ETS truck,
Whatever these are.
That's the runway ahead of you, David.
Yeah, I have the pappy lights. They're all red. I get off that because I'm on the ass.
And I know Kev has commented about, the plane landing on the highway. If I wanted to, I could set this down right now on the highway.
Remember, like that Russian fellow got lost and he stopped and asked somebody to help where he was going.
So I might have to do a thingy for FSX because whenever I take off or try to land, the plane immediately kinks to the left.
Yeah, that's the prop wash. You're going to get that in a single.
Turn down your P factor,
either turn your P factor, if it really bothers you, turn your P factor down, or as you take off, apply right rudder. Any single prop plane is going to do that.
Yeah.
It's really noticeable in these.
Question, Roy, did you catch that as I came skidding down the runway?
No, I was too far behind.
Go back into your replay, Stu, and you see yourself going the spot view.
I'll wait till you come down, Davis, so I don't interrupt you, because,
Well, no, that just replays you, or does it replay your plane? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it replays it, so you'll see it as well.
Yeah, it moves. Replay physically moves your plane back.
All right.
But I can find the time is now what I need to do.
Yeah, it seems like when you get below a certain speed, that's when it kinks.
Yeah.
It just throws it to the left.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the prop wash coming over the wing and pushing the wing down.
Okay.
Now you can turn your P factor off and not get that, but I don't know. I think it kind of ruins the feel of the planes if you turn all that realism down too much. I should probably have a look at my fuel. Nope, we're good. 3/4. 3/4. 3/4 in that tank, and
I'm half tanks. Oops. As I'm looking, I'm doing the thing my mother used to harass my aunt about. I turned my head, so I pulled the flight stick in the same direction.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm 24 nautical out from this. Oh, and there's the desert.
There you go, Roy.
So just right on the very edge of northern Africa at the moment.
Oh, you're in Africa still?
Yeah, we're still in Africa. We'll be in Africa for a little while yet. But we're sort of on the very tip of northern Africa, right before the deserty bits. Like, you can see it to the right where the deserty bits start.
You're near equator.
Back my joystick instead of...
Equator.
The break.
Oh, yeah.
We're near the equator, yeah.
Because you can see the green for once.
Yeah. And then I put my hand out now. After realising what I did.
Okay, so it should be
instead
over
of
those
hitting
trees
the
there.
brake, which was the trigger on the joystick, I managed to pull the joystick back, lifting me up.
Which isn't good in a tricycle plane because you'll take off again, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead of stopping, I took off again.
Do I want to land one more time before I actually land? No, we'll wait. We'll save it for the next one. So are we going to do the next one?
We've only done an hour and 40 minutes.
It's nearly 9 o'clock.
Okay, so that's a no. That's fine.
It is at 10 o'clock soon.
9 o'clock. Since when does that matter?
I didn't say I was done gaming, but I think I've had enough playing this.
Okay.
It's for the YouTube streamers. They
If
can
you want
stream
to,
for us.
if you want to go again, I'll still watch it.
No, I'm not doing it unless we all do it. This is all or nothing deal.
Well, this is the last leg, so how far is it?
No, there's actually one
the last
more
leg
after
what
this.
we got planned, rather. So
Yeah.
How far is it to the next airport? That's the question.
That I don't know.
Es Senia
You can take a small one in between.
The next one is the AAG.
Yeah.
I've got it. 197 nautical miles.
197 nautical miles. Yeah, I'll be doing that in a Cessna.
Yeah, that'd be 3 hours, like, and that's the speed we're doing in them.
I'll
if
be
you
doing
find
that
one
in
in,
Cessna.
if you
Actually,
find one in between.
we could do one in between, yeah, or we all do it in the Duke,
I'm happy with that. I'm already in the Duke, so.
which should be faster. So we'll do that. So once we get to this airport, that'll be it for today. Next Saturday we'll be going from where we land to the next airport. So, sometimes we do more than one. It depends. Now, obviously, I tend to slow the process down by flying these bush planes and, just kind of bobbing around and landing wherever I feel like it and stuff. But that's the way that I like to fly right now. But next week, we will be in a real, honest to God, quick, big plane. Not big plane, but quick plane, the Duke. So it's a good plane. I haven't flown it yet, actually. So that ought to be interesting. Maybe I'll fly it a couple times, or maybe I won't, and I'll just jump in it and figure it out. Had it for a while, but haven't flown it. So I'll just go straight line here. I got 18 miles left till I get to the airport. You can see the desert off to the right there. We're getting to that point in the world where we're really close to the equator now. So
The equator is to left.
yeah.
Left, right, south of us.
As I say, it would be south, right? Because I'm going dead east now. So
Right.
yeah.
Correct.
But we're close to it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to actually skirt it though until we'll be right on it for a while. Greece and then Turkey will be headed back north again for a little bit, and then
You camouflaging yourself there, Moondog.
then dead east.
What do you mean?
You're flying in the trees.
No, I'm 300 feet up over the water.
No, you're over in trees to me, but anyway.
Well,
Yeah, you're giving the trees a good head trimming
he,
there.
he has vector, so he probably.
Yeah,
Do you have Orbix, right? You do.
I do.
Yeah, because he has vector, which changes the game.
Which gives it, his elevations are different than ours. I'd get Vector, but Orbix doesn't want my money, so the hell with him, I guess. Whatever. Oh,
I am a little bit low for this tree line, though.
Use a little bit low for all of them.
Yeah, you went through one from me.
low is the point of this plane, though. See, flying this plane over default scenery would be very boring. So, at least I have global to sort of spice it up a little bit. Ow. So just to kind of get a head start on all of this, remember again what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the Ronald McDonald House Global Charities, raising money for them. We're at $200 right now, and hope to get to $1,000 by the time we get around the world. If we do, that's fantastic. If we don't, that's okay too. I want to thank everybody who's already donated. Thank you so much. If you're considering a donation, the links are down there on the Twitch page. They're also on everybody else's YouTube pages who streams and makes videos of this as well. And make sure to check out everybody in the Monkey Show. If you go down to the Twitch on my Twitch page, they're all actual links now. You can just click on them, check out their YouTube pages, and make sure you're clicking subscribe and liking their stuff because they're all fantastic video makers and definitely worth watching. And the big news of the day, everybody, Grant is back. Grant is back making farm sim videos. So everybody make sure to go to the link that I'm going to post up pretty soon.
Well, if he puts the link in Discord, I'll put it in your chat for you. He should be able to do it himself, can't he? Because he's not a moderator in your
He's
chat.
not. No, this profile's in a mod of my. I'll fix that though.
Well, if he puts the link in Discord, I can put it in for him.
Definitely going to want to check that out, everybody. Everybody knows Grant, right? One of the legends of Farm Sim. So definitely want to check out his new channel and his new effort at Farm Sim. Welsh Farmer, quick question, BP. Last time I flew an FSX, I got lost in 30 minutes flight. After 45 minutes, I was still totally lost. How is the best way to learn? Well,
learn how to read your GPS maps. You can fly them out.
GPS for just straight flights is probably the best way. Yeah. If you set up a flight plan between, say you pick point A and point B, and you set up a flight plan between those points, right? And then as long as you can sort of pick a general direction of which way you want to go, you can fly anywhere. You know what I mean? Reading a compass is really the biggest thing about how to navigate. If I had no other instruments on this plane but a compass, I could still find this airport because I know the direction that it's in.
Yeah, well, when I started flying, I was doing areas I knew, and from the GPS where you have your land mass, because I live on the coast, you can kind of know where you are and follow your way around.
GPS is a fantastic tool in default FSX to get you from point A to point B. If you stay on your magenta line, it'll always bring you where you want to go. So, as far as physically flying the plane, learning how to fly a plane, very much like learning how to do anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. What I would do to physically learn how to fly a plane is I would take a small plane, the Cessna, the default Cessna is perfect for this. Pick an airport that, you know, maybe it's near you or whatever that you like, and just do circuits of it. Just take off, turn around, come back, land, touch and go, you know, and do that over and over and over and over again until you get comfortable with how your plane works and how it flies. Every plane flies exactly the same. There's just different techniques of how you fly different planes.
Yeah, choose an international airport so you've got a good runway so you can float it.
Yeah.
And then as you get more comfortable, go with smaller runways.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would. That's exactly. Thanks, guys, for putting that up. That's Grant's new Farm Sim channel, guys. Make sure everybody goes checks that out. I'm sure he'll have 500,000 subscribers by the time I end this stream. But
the Discord put it in your chat as
well.
well.
Yep, Discord did it. It's fine.
Oh, the Discord do it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Put it in the...
but we need to put it in Twitch chat so people can click it.
No worries. The more it goes up there, the more people see it. Don't worry, Grant. You're going to be a hero again. Just don't disappear this time, man. Don't go take it. I mean, this is a guy I know took 4 years off from Farm Sim, still gained 10,000 subscribers.
This is the right airport, isn't it? If not, I'm landing here anyways.
You see, I was right in front of you.
Yeah, whatever. It's close enough. Yep, starting to get a little sandy this in this direction of Africa, so that's cool.
So he's got a 23-minute video on Drummond Farm.
Drummered?
Yeah.
Well, do I have something for you then, Grant?
He's getting put to work now, is he?
Yeah. I have something for you. I don't think Grant can do it the times that we do it, but.
What's that?
Well, have you seen any of the multiplayer stuff that we do on Drummered? The part of the Old Ridge series. Me and
I started watching it.
Yeah, me and David and Roy. Kev the Blue Bear plays Perry.
Moondog.
And Moondog. I was getting to Moondog. Jesus Christ.
Moondog isn't usually there. He's usually stuffed in his face in the bakery.
Yeah, he's down in the village at the bakery. So
that's fair enough. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Drummond Farm is fantastic. It's a great map.
I still need some more practice on landing this thing. I bounced it 3 times, but
you shouldn't be able to bounce this at all with these shocks. These shocks are so they
I was floating it a little bit and
too fast.
No, it was about 50, so it was a little fast.
40, 45 you want to land this at.
But each landing rate was like 50, so it wasn't like I bounced it hard. I just
okay. So if you add up all 3, it was 150. That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So you landed 3 times in one landing.
Yeah. Hey,
you know what?
I'm good at dribbling these down the runway.
That is, if you go look at your logbook in FSX, it counts each one of those as a landing. You bounce it down the runway 12 times, you get 12 landings. That's not fair.
But I didn't roll it forward on the nose, so.
Yep, you're no far out now, BP.
Are we coming straight in at
Well, no, the runway's 07.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that the way the wind wants to be?
There's only one runway. As in, there's only a
it's
runway.
25 or 07.
Yeah, which way is the wind wanting us to be here?
Sideways. The wind is sideways.
So it's
anyway.
It's 250 at 6 knots. So 25 is the way I want to come in. I want to come in the other way.
Yeah, they called me in 25. I lined up on it, and I said, "Oh well, too late."
All right, yeah. All right, so I'll just overfly the airport, turn around, and come back and land on the other way. With this thing, it's not a big deal. You don't need to do a massive downwind leg with this thing.
90 degrees turn.
Yeah, honest to God, over the threshold, yeah. Turn it around and then just put it down.
Well, it's a massive runway as well. You don't need all that space.
And of course, because my scenery's fucked up, it's built the runway in the middle of the ocean, so, okay.
Again?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Is it just something about your airport textures that put water in the middle of the fucking airport?
Yeah, I fixed it a bunch of times, and I don't know what the problem is. It's fine. All right, we will turn those on now.
You know what always helps is completely uninstalling and reinstalling everything, and this taking forever to do it.
I did that already. I completely reinstalled Windows. I'm not doing that again. I'm all set.
No, that's the boring part. Boring.
Yeah, because you got to sit there and wait for it to finish, and it's like, well, I can't even use my computer, so I'm playing on my freaking Candy Crush on my phone.
With myself.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It takes
With
forever
myself,
to.
yeah. Well, I couldn't. My computer didn't work.
It takes forever to uninstall everything first from the Windows.
Yeah.
Then it takes the same time to install everything again.
Oh, you have to reinstall, and then you forget. Like you forget to save stuff, like Old Ridge, and I'm like, oh, how did I forget to save Old Ridge? Thank God I had a backup copy of it on the Google Drive. I was like, ask these guys to come on Discord, and I was like, I may have made a massive mistake. Does anybody have an Old Ridge I can have? But luckily, I had David saved me, and then I had a copy of the correct Old Ridge on my Google Drive. So. Well, it's trying to draw on some textures. We'll see what we end up with.
The order.
You look really good from my perspective, looking at you, but that's me drawing your plane in on my
on your
graphics.
Scenery, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's all scenery order, and I messed with it earlier today, and I thought I had it right. And well, I know it's right. It's just I got a bad bit in here somewhere. It needs to be fixed. What was the wind again? Is it?
You said 6 at 25. I didn't think I had much of an issue landing straight in this way. But
Is it significant? It's 6 knots.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just come straight in. It'll be all right.
You know, if you were flying this up, quote unquote, in Alaska, you wouldn't have to worry about the wind. You'd go, that's my runway, and that's the direction I have to land.
Yeah.
So.
I just got to make sure I put this. Now, see, I can't. Now, I don't want to land this on the asphalt, but I have no choice because if I land it anywhere else, I'm gonna be underwater. So, all right, whatever. Thanks, FSX. Appreciate it.
All right. So now the counter is how many bounces does he do down the runway?
I won't bounce this at all. I say I won't bounce it. I hope I don't. It might bounce a little bit on the Tundra tacos.
Does he stick it? Does it get an actual 1 bounce or 4?
I mean, I can grease this runway 70 miles long.
Anyone that throws a number in chat, if they get it correct, 10 Moondog credits.
Hey, no water BP.
Yeah, it's still not right though because it's drawn in fields and it's just putting whatever it wants in there.
Stu put a number in. We won't give out the numbers but anyone that throws it in there, Dad was throwing in a number.
What's happened with the texture?
Yeah, it's going on crazy. That's just what it does, unfortunately.
Now, he may not land directly on the runway for me because his representation might still be off, but...
Well, you should see what I got going on here.
Yeah. I'm looking at the two of you because it's...
I'm trying to keep my head in the right... I'm trying to keep my head in the right position because of the hat track. Yeah.
Outside view, as I said, it can be a bit... You landing in a paddy field there, a rice field there.
Oh, you have some place you can land, PP.
1.
I was going to count that as 1 because it didn't really come off the ground.
That's not a bounce.
All right.
Yeah. It didn't come back off the ground. It just flexed. I was going to just count that as the 1.
Oh, sorry. My viewpoint's a little bit off because I've not got these.
It's always going to bounce on these tires with this suspension on that.
Right. No, but I'm saying it's going to bounce and flex. You didn't come back off the ground.
Sorry, it's just from my viewpoint it was off the ground because the model's different to what it's supposed to be.
Right. Yeah. See, I've got Cessna swimming over here, and I'm just going to stop right here because I'm afraid to go any further. If I go any further, and I'm gonna end up in the ocean. So
You're gonna end up me in a minute if you keep going.
no, I see you. I'm just gonna stop right there. So there you go, everybody. The next leg of the Monkey Show Global Extravaganza is finished. We're here in Africa. We got a couple more stops in Africa. We do need to figure out a bit more of the route, though, because we're running out of route that we figured out way back when we first started this. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks, everybody, for following. And if you haven't followed yet, make sure you click the follow button. Make sure to check out everybody in the Monkey Show. All their links are down there on the Twitch page as well. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks to Stu, Mr. Moondog, Farmer Dad, Cavalier Roy for flying with us. Always fun. As you know, this is just a lot of fun. Next week, I will be in that plane you see directly out my windshield there, the Duke, because we got a bit of a longer leg, and I've never flown it, so we're going to try it. And as always, guys, this is the Bipolar Prophet saying...
Wait. One interjection. If you want more GA flying, we will be flying tonight, 10 Eastern, Pacific, or not Pacific, Caribbean flights. So more GA flights tonight.
The one time I don't ask. And
I know. Well.
Oh. All right. Anyway, as always, everybody, thanks for watching. And this is the Bipolar Prophet. And see you later.
See you later.
See ya.
Get to the right thing with all this stuff.